While the pandemic may have caused the global economy to plummet last year, Taiwan has been an exception. According to the latest figures from the Statistics Bureau, Taiwan's GDP growth in the last quarter was the 5th highest in the world.
And this year's GDP is expected to reach 4.64%, a 7-year high. Experts point to 3 factors that will help boost the economy in 2021: domestic demand, export sales, and foreign capital.
It is the annual sales season in the major department stores, where floods of shoppers have turned up. Not only has Taiwan's domestic consumption been unaffected by the epidemic, Taiwan's economy came out near the top of the world in 2020. The Statistics Bureau recently released its latest GDP growth figures, and it turns out that fourth quarter GDP growth in 2020 reached 5.09%, with an annual figure of 3.11%. The GDP forecast for 2021 has now been significantly revised upwards, from 3.83% to 4.64%, the highest leap in 7 years. In addition to high-tech exports, traditional industries have also returned to normal operations. The fundamentals of the economic engine look quite promising now. Thanks to the world's central banks continuing with monetary easing, capital will look for reliable investment targets, and Taiwan is certainly one. In addition to the continuous growth of private consumption, Taiwan's export market is relying on emerging virtual long-distance business opportunities, which are boosting electronics exports. Coupled with continuous quantitative easing, hot money is pouring into Taiwan stocks. Looking at the GDPs of Asian countries in 2020, Taiwan comes out on top with 3.11%, followed by China at 2.3% and South Korea at -1%. Meanwhile, Japan, Singapore and Hong Kong have dropped to as low as -4% to -6%. According to IHS Markit's latest estimate, Taiwan's GDP this year stands at 4%. So this year Taiwan's GDP will indeed be 4% with an eye on 5%. There shouldn't be any problems with that. The Taiwan Institute of Economic Research estimates that in 2021, commodity exports are expected to reach $378.4 billion in a 4-year high, and private consumption could even break the 10 trillion new Taiwan dollar mark, the highest increase in 17 years. All of this will help Taiwan's economy to soar in the year of the ox.